Officially, 2020's hottest new Chinese dramas are officially in, and the ranking is not what I expected. Zhao Liying's new show only lands at number 6, while Tan Sung-yoon's The Unclouded Soul surges all the way to number 2. But the real jaw-dropper is the number 1 pick. It is easily the strongest crime thriller in the past 3 years, and people cannot stop talking about it. Watch to the end, and you will know exactly what everyone is binging and debating this new year. Top 10 must-watch Chinese dramas to start 2026. Glory in Shadows, starring Wu Jiayi and Dong Zifan.
从前人为刀俎，我为人，想让我去陪你，我说我们就一起死。我会把你家大人从你身上的痛苦一样一样还给你。
This is the first truly satisfying high-drama revenge series of 2026. The only reason it is not exploding in popularity is simple. The 2 leads are not big-name traffic stars. The story itself is absolutely addictive. Wu Jiayi plays Shen Yaochu, the legitimate daughter of the Shun household. To save her sick mother, she is forced into a ghost marriage and sent into a marquis's estate as a bride. But the moment she steps through the door, she accidentally uncovers a huge secret. Her dead husband, Li Jingchuan, played by Dong Zifan, is not dead at all. He faked his death. So the 2 of them form a deal. On the surface, they are a contract couple, each using the other for their own goals. Behind closed doors, they become a strategic duo inside a poisonous household. They go head-to-head with the ruling matriarch, the concubines, and a calculating adopted daughter. Step by step, Shen Yaochu tears open the family conspiracy, and that is what makes it so satisfying. If you love inner mansion power struggles, revenge plotting, and a female lead who wins with brains, this one is worth a try. Honestly, if the cast were more famous, the platform heat would not be sitting around 20,000. Top 9 must-watch Chinese dramas to start 2026. The Imperial Coroner, Season 2, starring Wang Ziki and Su Xiaotong.
食管和肠胃内壁均有异常的溃烂，这种毒在大唐很罕见。
大唐和南诏的战火早就已经在暗处燃起了。这一子落下之后，杀机尽显。这一仗我们不会败。
I genuinely did not expect Season 2 to land like this. People who came for the mystery felt there was too much romance. People who wanted a more traditional costume romance tension felt it still did not hit hard enough. So it ended up stuck in an awkward middle zone, and its platform popularity peaked at around 21,000, which is definitely below expectations. That said, Season 2 is not without highlights. Su Xiaodong's character, Chu Chu, is still the show's strongest weapon. Her forensic work stays gritty and hands-on in the best way. She reads bone trauma to trace cause of death, and she uses a bone steaming technique to make hidden marks show up, basically reconstructing what really happened from what the body cannot lie about. And here is the good news for new viewers. Even if you never watched Season 1, you can still jump into Season 2. You can even watch Season 2 first, and then go back to Season 1 if you end up loving the characters and the case style. Top 8 must-watch Chinese dramas to start 2026. The Vanished Murderer, starring Xian Lu and Huang Pinyuan.
我听说你要搞死我呀！我找到你了。
他们欠下的人命债，总得有人讨。
Xian Lu usually plays gentle, elegant roles, so seeing her switch into a revenge-driven female lead is a real change of pace. The story opens in 1994 in Liying. 3 workers at a pharmaceutical factory are murdered, but a violent rainstorm washes away key evidence. Even worse, the suspects start covering for each other, trading false alibis until the case collapses into a cold case. Only one veteran detective refuses to let it go. 15 years later, a woman named Su Ran returns to Yuyang as a journalist. On the surface, she is investigating a counterfeit medicine scandal tied to the same factory. But privately, she and her husband have already laid out a revenge trap aimed directly at the 3 original suspects. She uses a blackmail recording, plants doubts, turns them against each other, and slowly forces the truth to bleed out. And as the revenge plan tightens, the story peels back something bigger than a single murder, exposing the dark underside of state-owned enterprise reform in that era. It is the kind of crime revenge drama that stays tense and cynical, but unfortunately, it never really caught fire on the platform. Its popularity only reached around 6,000, which is a bit of a shame given how layered the setup is. Top 7 must-watch Chinese dramas to start 2026. Loving Strangers, starring Mark Chow and Zhang Zifeng.
你是第一个
为什么要折磨他？
跟我好相似的人。
人就是这样吧。
到我们了。
This one is a remake of the Korean drama My Mister, which was huge in Korea, so expectations were automatically high. But the remake is complicated. In the Chinese version, there is sometimes this rich kid trying regular life for a week kind of distance, like the story is hovering above reality instead of living inside it. And that is exactly where the original was so strong. My Mister was subtle, detailed, and emotionally precise. Here, the direction often feels like it is afraid viewers will miss the point, so it pushes the emotion too hard, too often. The vibe can feel like the show is constantly saying, "Get ready, I am about to make you cry." The one clear bright spot is Mark Zhao as Jiang Jiechi. He brings a quiet, steady husband energy, mixed with restrained affection that never turns cheesy. He makes the character feel real, a middle-aged professional who is losing on both fronts, work and family, and still trying to hold himself together. In the end, the platform popularity only climbed to around 7,000. So it is watchable, mostly because of his performance, but it is not the kind of remake that hits as hard as the original. Top 6 must-watch Chinese dramas to start 2026. The Dream Maker, starring Zhao Liying and Huang Xiaoming.
我郑德成得罪人也不少。
快点吧，张书记。做事情怎么能差不多就行呢？书记，你别紧张，
我没紧张啊，
你都抖腿呢。
我没抖腿啊，我抖了吗？
A lot of viewers clicked play for one reason, Zhao Liying. She plays Li Qiuping, a newly appointed town chief who does not waste a second. On day 1, she heads straight to a high town to tackle a basic but stubborn problem, sanitation and public health. What makes her fun to watch is how she fights on 2 levels at once. Upward, she negotiates and pushes for resources, using words as leverage in meetings with higher-ups. Downward, she rallies her own team, keeps morale up, and forces real progress on the ground. Huang Xiaoming plays Zheng Dicheng, and he goes in the opposite direction in terms of vibe. He is rough around the edges, big grin, blunt temper. He sells the image of a hardworking local leader who is stubborn, emotional, and genuinely trying to build something. If you are willing to slow down and watch it patiently, the show does a solid job portraying how exhausting it is to rebuild a town from the ground up. The downside is that this kind of grounded development drama is not a universal crowd pleaser. Its popularity peaked around 27,000 on the platform and then plateaued, which suggests the pull is real but limited. Top 5 must-watch Chinese dramas to start 2026. The Truth Within, starring Luo Yunxi and Jiang Qilin.
我们在监控里发现了齐法医曾经出现在案发现场，但是至今为止，你也没有向我们解释清楚你出现的角落。
你只是不愿意面对现实，你的直觉，还有你的记忆，都是不准确的。
Luo Yunxi's role here is basically catnip for anyone who loves a razor-sharp, cerebral lead. He plays Qi Xija, and the best part is how competent he is under pressure. When he gets hauled in and interrogated as a suspect, he does not panic. He flips the table with pure reasoning, using logic and evidence to clear his own name step by step, and it is wildly satisfying to watch. The investigations feel grounded in real procedure, not magic detective vibes. He reads trace evidence left on the body to narrow down the real killer. He reconstructs the crime route from scene marks and patterns. He follows gaps in surveillance footage to keep the timeline honest. And the deductions are tied back to forensic work and criminal investigation method, not random genius guesses. Even the more hardcore lab details are shown in a believable way, like extracting bone marrow samples and running toxin tests. It looks and feels like a proper forensic thriller, which is why it is honestly surprising that the platform popularity only sits around 8,000. If this had a bigger initial push, it could have traveled much further. If you like Luo Yunxi in a white coat, or you're into darker, more intense mystery cases, this one is absolutely worth adding to your watch list. Top 4 must-watch Chinese dramas to start 2026. Glory, starring Gulnazer and Ho Mingho.
荣家的男人都是温驯的、听话的，真是个狠心的女人。
做大小姐的心上人，那可是火中取栗、虎口夺食的难柴啊！
吃定了我要护着你，是不是？
This show is honestly very aware of what audiences are tired of. Instead of giving you another romance where the female lead loses her brain or another cold CEO fantasy, it flips the power dynamic on purpose. You get a female boss lead and a relationship push and pull where she holds the power and he leans into devotion. Ho Mingho has a line that is sweet without being cheesy. He basically says, "I belong to my lady." He plays Lu Jianglai, a top scholar who loses his memory and suddenly turns into this stray cat type of male lead. He is soft, clingy in a strategic way, and shamelessly cute when he wants to be. Gul Nazer plays Rong Shanbao, the heir to a tea trading family, and she enters the story with pure authority. She takes over the business early, and when the villainous younger brother tries to cause trouble, she shuts him down hard, including a straight-up slap that tells you exactly what kind of drama this is. So whether you are here for the visuals or you are here for the role reversal romance setup, the show delivers a lot of satisfying moments. It is built to give you that addictive, finally, a different dynamic feeling. Top 3 must-watch Chinese dramas to start 2026. Love Between Lines, starring Chen Xingxiu and Liu Yixiao.
人家都杀我灭口了，我还在那跟个傻子一样跟他说谢谢。
只要在游戏里能骗过群出去就可以了。带走。
其实我早就知道，就算我退后1万步，我也会绕各种路来到你身边。
Liu Yixiao plays Hu Xiao, an architect with a full career arc and an actual backbone. She is sharp, she has standards, and the workplace storyline feels complete instead of being a decorative background. Chen Xingxiu plays Zhao Ziyu, a CEO type, but the show gives him a grounded twist. He is the kind of boss who will literally move into a cramped old alley attic just to stay close to a project and see it through. And the plot is not only dating scenes. One of the fun drivers is that the two leads keep clashing in competitive ways that actually build the relationship. For example, when pride is on the line, they go head-to-head in a murder mystery roleplay game, trading mind games and jabs, and that rivalry becomes the spark that pushes their feelings forward. It ended up hitting around 8,500 on the platform, so it is not a mega hit, but it clearly has a niche audience. Top 2 must-watch Chinese dramas to start 2026. The Unclouded Soul, starring Tan Songyun and Ho Mingho.
没有灵力就非剑魔，可曾想过因果报应？
原来我曾是。
曾经我未能告诉你，我之所以来到这儿，便是为了寻你。
This one is built around a Mobius strip-style storyline, the kind where every meeting is both an ending and the start of a new loop. Tan Songyun plays Xiao Yao. To save Hong Yi, played by Ho Mingho, she travels back 100 years, only to discover something that flips the entire romance on its head. She realizes that she is also Ning and from a century ago, which means their first meeting was never a first meeting at all. It was a reunion, and Hong Yi, from beginning to end, has been loving the same soul, across time, across identities, across every reset of fate. On top of the main love story, the show is structured with mini-arcs that feel like fantasy quest chapters. Each unit drops you into a new surreal setting, like a fog-drenched forest maze, a mirage realm that plays tricks on reality, or a legend-like trial tied to the Western Sea. And the best part is that the story keeps surprising you. Just when you think you understand the rules, it changes the game. Right now, it has climbed to around 8,288 in platform popularity, and it is the kind of drama that grows on people. A slow burn, emotionally heavy Eastern fairy tale, the kind that can leave you staring at the ceiling after the credits. Top 1 must-watch Chinese dramas to start 2026. The Punishment 2, starring Johnny Huang Jingyu and Wang Chuanjun.
暴力催债、非法拘禁、恶意伤人，干你就完了。
不管他是谁，藏的有多深，我们都要一查到底。
The biggest shock in this season is Wang Chuanjun's character, Liu Tianai. He does not just level up, he mutates. He starts as a small-time nobody, then climbs step by step into a full-on crime boss. Later, he is bold enough to physically take down the mayor because he is not chasing money anymore. He wants to be the Emperor of Hangzhou. And ironically, the cop played by Huang Jingyu feels less like the highlight this time because Liu Tianai completely steals the oxygen in every scene. This is not a show you can half-watch while scrolling. From episode 1, it comes in swinging. A homicide detective jumps to his death to blow the case open, and from there it is non-stop escalation. Interrogations that flip at the last second, undercover identities getting exposed, bomb attacks on police, sudden ambushes, constant pressure. The pacing is relentless. But the most dramatic core is the relationship. Two men who once fought side by side end up on opposite ends of the moral line. One becomes the righteous cop. The other turns ruthless and goes fully dark. Even with a platform popularity score around 10,209, it still feels underrated for how intense and addictive it is. If you like anti-crime dramas, undercover tension, and character rivalry that hurts, The Punishment 2 is one of the strongest openers of 2026. Alright everyone, that wraps up the hottest dramas of early 2026. Out of this list, my personal top picks are The Punishment 2 and The Unclouded Soul. What about you? Which shows would you actually recommend to a friend right now? Drop your picks in the comments. I want to see what everyone is backing.